As I said before, this is just a partial reading of the number of artists who have in spirit and have embodied supported the activities here today. I also have a statement to read on behalf of the cultural contingent. And it says, and all the names that I've just read to you endorse this statement. We are here to bear witness to what we know. We know that this country, America, to which we are committed and which we love, aspires to become that country in which all men are free. We also know that freedom is not license. Everyone in a democracy ought to be free to vote, but no one has the license to oppress or demoralize another. We also know, or we would not be here, that the American Negro has endured for many generations in this country which he helped to build the most intolerable injustices. To be a Negro in this country means several unpleasant things. In the Deep South, it often means that he is prevented from exercising his right to vote by all manner of intimidation, up to and including death. This fact of intimidation is a great weight in the life of any Negro, and though it varies in degree, it never varies in intent, which is simply to limit, to demoralize, and to keep in subservient status more than 20 million Negro people. We are here, therefore, to protest this evil and to make known our resolve, to do everything we can possibly do to bring it to an end. As artists and as human beings, we rejoice in the knowledge that human experience has no color, and that excellence in any endeavor is the fruit of individual labor and love. And we believe that artists have a valuable function in any society, since it is the artists who reveal the society to itself. But we also know that any society which ceases to respect the human aspirations of all its citizens courts political chaos and artistic sterility. We need the energies of these people to whom we have for so long denied full humanity. We need their vigor, their joy, the authority which their pain has brought them. In cutting ourselves off from them, we are punishing and diminishing ourselves. As long as we do so, our society is in great danger. Our growth as artists is severely menaced, and no American can boast of freedom, for he cannot be considered an example of it. We are here then in an attempt to strike the chains which bind the ex-master no less than the ex-slave, and to invest with reality that deep and universal longing which has sometimes been called the American dream.
What do you know about the multiverse?
Let's stop screen sharing. What's going on, everybody?
What up?
Listen, man. Sorry about the audio problems off the top, guys. We had a little bit of technical difficulties, but you got the gist of it. That was the one, the only Harry Belafonte giving a speech at the March on Washington back in 1963. And his words in that speech still ring powerful to this day. Despite all of the things that the grounds that we've made, we still have a lot of issues that we still are dealing with. But as everyone knows, Harry Belafonte is no longer with us. He passed most recently, and we lost an icon. And I just wanted to go around the board really quick. And look, excuse me, guys. How could I forget to introduce us? Look, I'm over here just everywhere right now. It's a lot going on today, guys. But listen, I'm your host, Bad Ty Bricks. You welcome to the multiverse. I'm here with my panel of superstars that look bear no explaining who they are. By now, you should know who they are. But just for the sake of argument, go around the board, guys, and introduce yourselves to everybody. Anybody.
Ladies first, please.
Oh, okay. So, hi, I'm Holly Moon. Welcome. I am newly engaged. Just,
Oh,
Congratulations.
he said yes.
yeah. So, but anyways, hi guys.
Hey.
You see how we like when Holly said that we lost about 500 followers.
Yo, real quick.
It was all the dudes that were trying to jump in the DMs. So
no
sorry
more dating
to those
shows,
people.
guys.
Yeah, sorry,
no
guys.
more dating shows.
You missed out. I'm sorry.
This is the life, man.
Oh, hey, I'm Tyrone Thornhill, and I'm
do
the
it.
class clown. No, I'm just kidding.
Yes.
No, but it's good to be here. Good to be hanging out. It's been a couple weeks, so it's good to see y'all.
Yeah, it has. What about that guy up there in the corner, man? Who's he? I don't know about that guy.
To unmute myself. Oh, but hey, this is it's Minnie, your baby mama's favorite comedian. My ring is not as big as Holly. That's how you know you got a good ring, when she says immediately, newly engaged, bam. Like if it was a ring bomb, you would have found out until next week.
Yeah, facts, big facts. And that thing is, my eyes are still hurting, Holly.
I know. I have to put my glasses on. Right?
But congratulations to Holly. Of course, we are super excited and very, very happy for this opportunity for you to be married.
Thank you.
And just
yes.
what will the last name be at this point? What I just want to see. How's it go? What's the last name?
So my last name will be Davis. Holly Davis.
Holly Davis.
All right.
Okay. All right.
HD.
HD. HD, live in HD. There we go. You know what I mean?
High definition, don't play.
High definition.
You're already thinking of new shows and stuff like that. You're gonna do a little
Yeah.
Live in HD.
I'm not
New
gonna.
intro.
Yeah, we don't want to give all the people the free stuff. We want to keep the name secret
Right.
for now.
Trademark before I even try to
Mhm.
do it.
Before you even get started, right?
Buy
But
those domains.
right. But yeah, guys. So yeah, we did lose Harry Belafonte. We lost an icon. Harry Belafonte meant so much to the culture. A lot of people don't realize how influential he was within the civil rights movement, and just being an activist, always, at the forefront when it came to, kind of pushing the racist and the white supremacists out of their comfort zone a lot of times. And one of the things that I noticed about Harry Belafonte, and of course I didn't grow up with Harry Belafonte. I saw some of his older movies. I'm just kind of a historian that way. But one of the things about Harry Belafonte was that he was received by both sides of the fence, right? Like he was one of those individuals that could go in certain places where others couldn't venture and have success with individuals. Now, I did see an interview he did a while back, and he was saying that, of course, it was still hard. It was still there were a lot of different tribulations he went through, but he always treated people with respect and treated people how he intended to or wanted to be treated. And he found that people were very receptive to that. What are some of the things that you guys kind of stand out when you think about Harry Belafonte and what his kind of contributions were for you? And I'll go with you first, Tyrone, since you're at the top.
For me, he represents a very important thing for artists, for people who make it big in the entertainment industry and who end up getting some level of platform or fame or power or money. And that's as you go through and you come up in the business, and the more you start to see more how things work, kind of like the nasty way things can work, how people can be oppressed. And what happens is you have to make a choice. When you get to a certain level, you got to be like, all right, do I just go ahead and just get in where I fit in and get my seat at the oppressor's table or at the table of the people that are keeping the dirt alive? Or do I start to make my my life and my career about making positive change? And that's what Harry Belafonte did. Like, he decided that after seeing, you know, the kinds of things that he saw, not in just in regular life, but in the business too, he was like, okay, I'm not cool with this. I'm doing fine. Like, he wasn't hurting for anything. You know what I mean? Harry Belafonte could have just been like, I'm gonna keep quiet and make my money, but he didn't. And that's something that is that I admire and respect, and that I aspire to have that level of integrity when I get to make those choices myself.
And that's facts, man. And that's like, that's also one of the things that kind of stood out, you know, for me as well when it came to him is his integrity. His lot, you know, that the fact that he was not willing to just, you know, submit, and he wasn't just gonna just be a person that just kind of goes with the flow. If you saw something being, you know, done that was wrong, he spoke out, and he was very vocal. And again, this is one of the few individuals that has, I think, an Emmy, a Grammy, an Oscar, and a Tony.
The EGOT.
The EGOT. Yeah, the EGOT. And then on top of that, all of the other, you know, like kind of, I know he was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I know he had the National Medal of Arts, the Grammy Lifetime Achievement Award. You know, these are accolades that a lot of, you know, entertainers, artists don't ever see. And you know, Harry Belafonte was able to do that. Matter of fact, another thing that maybe a lot of people don't know, this was the first $1 million record selling artist. I think he was the first artist to sell 1 million records. And so, like, hey, that's a big you know, step in the direction of success also. What about you, Minnie? What are some of the things that stood out for you about Harry Belafonte?
So about my Harry Belafonte moment, other than having the last name Belafonte, which is close to my last name, you know. But other than that, my first Belafonte introduction to him was, if you remember Beetlejuice, they were singing the Banana Boat song, right? Mm-hmm. So I came home singing that song, and my mom was like, "Where you get that?"
How's that song go?
I can't remember. Daylight come and me want to come home or something like that, right? Yeah. I know that's the chorus, right? Yeah.
I bet you Tyrone knows it.
I'm over here giggling because I know Ty was just over here trying to get somebody to sing it. He said, how's that song go? And he just kind of waited, like a spider in a web, just kind of waiting.
What is wrong with you?
These are facts.
But she explained to me like how deep that song was. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of people forget, like, he was African descent, but that was also a boy from Jamaica, baby. That's Jamaica blood. That's island blood in there. And he was just talking about the struggles that we went through that a lot of people didn't know. You know, a lot of people know slavery as in cotton picking. They don't know about banana or about sugarcane. You know, those are all the other things that in the islands were used as crops for the slaves to go pick up and stuff like that. And the things that we went through, and how, you know, how it was hard work. And he was bringing light to that with that song. And it went a lot of people's heads, but a lot of people who recognized what he was talking about was, you know, they felt represented because that was a real lifestyle that he was talking about. So that was my first introduction to him. And then after that, just researching and seeing how a great man he was. And like Tyrone said, the good thing about him was that he never forgot. Like, a lot of them got a lot of money and then forgot they was black. You know, black issues didn't matter to them no more. You know, they started hanging around with the white folk or with the rich folk, whatever you want to say. And it's just the lesser, you know, people who didn't have as much money, issues didn't matter to me no more. But he never did. He always remembered that who he was first, the struggles that his family went through, the struggles that he went through, and he pushed forward for the people who, you know, were doing way less well than him in a messed up society. So props to Belafonte, props to his family. I hope his story never dies, and people are more proud of him. Especially island people too. You know, I hope to see Belafonte shirts at the next Jamaican, you know what I'm saying, carnival. You know what I'm saying? I mean, for real, like, you know, we need to get our heroes represented, because we always say we ain't got people, but we also don't represent the people that we do have, and you know what I'm saying, and bring honor to them. So there you go.
Yeah, man, facts. Yo, Holly, one of the things that also a lot of people may not know, and in the 1960s, racism was still very prevalent. I mean, it was still extremely
Mhm.
prevalent. But despite it being so prevalent, um, he was also able to do something that was not seen a lot on television. Also, he had the opportunity to host the Tonight Show with Johnny Carson, the Johnny Carson Show. He actually had an opportunity to host for I think like maybe 4 or 5 episodes or something like that. But during one of those episodes, he was able to interview Martin Luther King, and then I think another episode he was able to interview Robert F. Kennedy at the time. So these are key individuals, like extremely key individuals, and in that moment, here we are. We have Harry Belafonte, you know, interviewing Dr. King. And also, a lot of people don't know this maybe as well. Dr. King and Harry Belafonte were really good friends as far as what I know. Like he used to follow him around. He used to, they used to, chill or whatever they used to do. But what is it that stood out for you about Harry Belafonte?
I think for me, I don't know if anyone saw the Sidney Poitier documentary
Oh
that
yes.
was on
Mhm.
Apple TV and how they talked about the relationship and how they chose movies.
Mhm.
Excuse me. I want to say that for me, when we talk about like personal branding and your integrity as a person and like taking a stance and following your own like morals and beliefs, like I think I really appreciate that. Like that's what I took when I like read about him or watch documentaries about him is that he was always going to be for, um, social justice, the activism, the importance of representation in film and art in general. And I think for me, I just love that until he died. I mean, I think that's the one thing I can respect is like personal integrity and like carrying that through in everything you do. Um, it's just very honorable. And so, yeah, that's the one thing that always sticks with me.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like a really consistent theme with us is we're
Right,
all speaking about his integrity, his honor,
right,
the fact that he's in the midst of opportunity where you could go left, he chose to go
right.
right, and that says a lot about a man's character because you have so many individuals now and so many people that are willing to take that left turn and just for the sake of own personal gain. And here you have this individual who stood on what he believed in and stood on his principles all the way up until the day that he was taken from us. And again, we just want to take an opportunity to honor Harry Belafonte, an icon in Black history, an icon in American history, and just an overall great individual. You will definitely be missed, Mr. Belafonte. Thank you for all that you were able to accomplish and bring to us. So again, a quick moment of silence for Harry Belafonte. All right. Now, there's a lot going on, and you know how I am. You know what I am. I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan. Now, what am I a big fan of? Manny Morales. What am I a big, huge fan of? What is that? What is that? What is Bad Time Breaks a big fan of, bro?
Yeah, you really just took me off guard because I have no damn idea.
So you don't. So you don't know what I'm a big fan of. Minute Man Sports. You don't know.
Oh, yeah,
what
I know.
I'm a big
Yeah, I
fan
just don't
of?
know where you're going. I don't know if you're going to NBA, you go to fight. Where you going? Where you going with this?
You don't. Look, Tyrone. How dare he? Like, listen. Now, look, Tyrone. You like. You know what, Minnie? I'm my bad.
Yeah, ask me the question.
Tyrone.
Thank you. Knows you longer.
Tyrone Thornhill.
Mhm.
What am I a fan of, brother?
One Direction.
Perfect. Perfect.
Yeah,
I believe the answer is the New York Jets, sir.
I am a fan of
Oh,
the New
who the hell
York
wanna talk about
Jets.
the Jets?
I'm probably the only fan left at this point. But I've been a diehard New York Jets fan for a very, very long time. And, that's tough. For any New York Jets fans out there, you know what we go through every single year. But, whew, could be a light at the tunnel. I don't know. But let's talk about Mr. Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers has just left his team that he's been with for I don't even know how many seasons. I guess 12. He's been there. It's been there a while. But he's been there for a while, and he decided that he would marry Holly, and so he pulled up his wife, and she said yes. And he put a ring on it. And here we are. And now she will be Miss Holly Rodgers. Listen, nah, real talk. Listen, we got Aaron Rodgers. We did a whole lot of nonsense to get him. But we got him. And now that we have him, I don't know that we want him. But we gave up a lot. I'm just gonna go over what we gave up really quick. We gave up our first round pick this year, which was pick number 13.
Yeah.
We swapped picks with the Packers. Now we have the 15th pick. Not so bad, you would say.
Yeah.
We also gave up a second round pick. We also gave up a 6th round pick, and we gave up a conditional pick next season that could very well turn out to be another first round pick. That's a lot to give up for a quarterback who might only play 1 year. And Tyrone, we've talked about this. You think it might have been a good deal on our part? Why do you think that?
I don't know if I think it's a good deal. I feel like it's not as bad a deal as I thought they would get. You know what I mean? Like I thought that the Jets would end up hurting more. To me, it doesn't look as bad, but I wouldn't have done the deal, and I wouldn't have wanted my team to do the deal. But I guess while you have him, I hope that y'all get some fun out of Aaron Rodgers. I hope you get a year or two of enjoyment, and maybe even a late trip to the playoffs or something. But I'm sorry, man. Sorry.
You know what's so crazy is, as a Jets fan, knowing that deal, right? My desire is that he plays 64% of the snaps, doesn't get the 6 to 65%. We keep our first round pick and give them their second
quarterback.
Yeah, and then just draft I hope not to draft it, because we've talked about this. When it comes to quarterback drafting in the New York Jets, it is just not good. It has never been good. Like, it's not good.
So would you rather them have really gone after Lamar, spend
all
all that?
My feelings on that.
Yeah.
I would absolutely have waited for them to be a little patient, wait till after the draft, and then we could go after Lamar, or even go after Aaron, because at that point, Aaron's just sitting on the roster, not playing, and just eating up the cap space. So at that point, Green Bay's going to deal with somebody. They're going to deal. So you just were impatient, and this was a terrible business decision. I think it's going to cripple us in the long run. I mean, we were already sucked, so it's like, where can you go at this point? We were already at the bottom, so you can't go any further down. But it's really, Minnie, you are our sports analyst. What do you think?
Listen,
I mean, come on, man. What do you think?
I wish I had some. Okay, I do have some words of encouragement. Okay. You got a year to look forward to. This year means everything to you, because you just shot your future. So go ahead and enjoy the hell out this year. You hope that he does not make it to 64 snaps, like you said. But let's say if he does, let's hope you get a focused Aaron Rodgers that can use those weapons that were good weapons last year. Even though you sucked, you did have little bright, spurts of genius in there that maybe with a good defense, so it can keep the scores low, and maybe if you can put up some points, maybe you can win a couple more games, and maybe you can get a nice little playoff run. So that's the good side. The bad side is the fact, like you said, you gave up so much that if it doesn't work out, good luck to you. Now, the second point to that is, even if it does work out, and he's only there for 2 years, what after that? You see what I'm saying? The only thing that saves you from this being a bad business decision is a Super Bowl, and I'll be damned. So it just looks bad. And you have, by the way, you have 100% correction on that. You're definitely right. You should have waited. That was definitely the most desperate thing they could have done, was to throw that money at him and to just go ahead and sign him. When they could have waited and maybe made a little run for Lamar. And you never know. Lamar was pissed off. Who knows? He might have signed the deal. You know what I mean? So you just never know in that situation. They could have waited. Am I glad that happened? Yes, because I'm a Raiders fan and I didn't want his ass. So that makes me feel better.
Y'all had a quarterback already. Y'all got Jimmy. Y'all got Jimmy G.
I know, Jimmy G. So I guess if I had to pick between Jimmy G and Aaron, even though Jimmy G is also nuts, I guess I'll pick Jimmy G for now. And so we'll see what happens. But did you make yourself better? That's the question at the end of the day. Every time there's a trade for your team, that is the underlying question. Doesn't matter how much you give up. Doesn't matter what, at the end of the day, did you make yourself better than you were last year? If the answer is a yes, then you should live with it.
Well, I will say this: Aaron Rodgers had his worst statistical season of his career last year. So we just gave up all that for a guy who was like run of the mill in the pack of quarterbacks last year. So yeah, we have weapons, we have things that we can that he can use, but was that just an inclination of his skills just diminishing last year? And now we're gonna get, you know what I'm saying, we're getting the old washed up version of Aaron Rodgers, and that's no. So no, I hated the deal, still hate the deal. As a Jet fan, I'm on the verge. This is on the verge of a divorce. I've done it before. Don't push me.
And go where?
I'm close to the edge. I'm telling you right now. Like this is. Listen. I go where?
To the Giants?
No, I'm an Eagles fan.
Okay.
I just stay with my Eagles and just be like, I'm only representing one green team. So like that's
can't be mad at that.
Yeah, that is. You can't go bad that way. But in other news, staying within the theme of the show, all good things must come to an end. Listen, in news, Don Lemon, Tucker Carlson, they're out. Oh my God, the world is ending. Listen, any thoughts on this, guys? Holly, what's your thoughts on this whole Don Lemon, Tucker Carlson? Is it one of those situations where you're like, I don't care, they deserved it? What is it?
It's so funny because I saw people on social media, I guess they were trying to equate like Don Lemon and what's the other guy? But Tucker. Basically
it's like what's the other guy?
I don't deal with Fox News. So that basically, when you start hurting the company's reputation, I mean, you can be out too. It doesn't matter how long you've been there and how much money you've brought them. And that's what they were trying to equate it. Like basically you shouldn't slave at your job because you can be out at any time. The company starts losing money and they don't need you anymore. And everybody is, can get their ticket punched and be out. So that's kind of how I looked at it. That's what people were saying. We're like, have a backup plan because it don't matter how long you've been with them.
So, Holly, do you think that because Don was very within his emotions about the way that they fired him because he felt 17 years with the same company garnered him some type of loyalty in a business atmosphere? Was he within his line of reason, or was that just kind of like, dude, you should have knew better?
Yeah, I kind of feel like he should have known better, but I mean, look how they did Chris Cuomo. I mean, he was a front line, but when all those allegations against his brother and him being affiliated with the sexual harassment allegations and things like that, I mean, it's like the end of the day, if you're bringing bad press to the company, it doesn't matter how long you've been there, you got to go. Like it doesn't. So I mean, Don really can't be surprised because he's had a few incidents the last few years that I'm kind of like, he kind of said stuff that I was like, ooh, that's a little
he was drunk on TV. He was drunk.
I mean, it's
he was literally drunk.
He got too comfortable at CNN. I felt like he got too comfortable at CNN because he was one of their main anchors. It's kind of how I felt about Chris Cuomo too. yeah, and I felt
Uh-oh.
Holly's-
it's got to be.
Holly, you just
Yep.
slipped into. Okay, all right, we got you.
Yeah,
I was
you
Did
about
I?
to-
back. You back.
I'm
Thanks.
back. Okay, sorry. Internet
Yeah.
issues. My bad.
No, it's all good. Now, Tyrone, I'm pretty sure you have a little bit a deeper dive into what's going on with these guys. What's up with the Don Lemon and the Tucker Carlson situation?
So here's the conspiracy.
Yeah.
No, it's although there's a little bit more to the Don Lemon thing. I think I don't think he helped himself much with some of his allegations. It's been alleged that he might have been on a little bit on the misogynistic side around work and stuff, but really what it comes down to is the new I think it's CEO of CNN, or basically the owner of CNN. Somebody was replaced. This new owner, this new CEO, whichever the position is, last name is Licht, I believe.
Mhm.
They look at CNN and that they see that the problem with CNN is it's not close enough to the political center. So what they have been doing is kind of like changing programming and getting rid of people that to them signify a little bit more of a left lean, because this person believes that if the money is on the right. So I think that has a little bit to do with the Don Lemon situation. So yeah, it's unfortunate. Even though Don Lemon is not like it's not like he's out there like really going to bat for people. But the Tucker Carlson thing, it's always funny to see bad things happen to bad people. So like I enjoyed that. But then I was like, but what is he gonna do next? Like he's not just gonna go away. So like I'm kind of nervous to see like where he pops up next. Hopefully it'll be
Spotify on a podcast.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, fact.
but damn, Spotify podcasts end up reaching a lot of people. Ask Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
That's the last thing we need is a Joe
That's who
Rogan.
first thing I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the first thing I thought though, because he's kind of controversial
Right. So
in that way.
I wonder if he'll become more unhinged and show up on some other platform and just be the new because I mean the Rush Limbaugh died, Alex Jones got sued to oblivion, so they've lost several of their voices, and who knows, maybe that vacuum of right wing shit talk will be filled with Tucker Carlson's stupid ass bow tie. We'll see.
I mean, you could see him in Rumble. He could go to Rumble and go hang out over there and Rumble and just call kind of shit, but no type of censorship. But what about you, Minnie? Any thoughts on the Tucker Carlson or the Don Lemon situation?
When it comes to Tucker Carlson, we like he said, I'm not mad with bad things happen to bad people. It's just the way sometimes things should go. But I will say the devil that sometimes is the best devil, because now, like he said, he is going to be unhinged. There is no guidelines. Not that there was many at Fox,
Right.
but there was some. So now he has no guidelines. Imagine the type of shit he will say now. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, we have proven over and over again. Sorry to tell you, America, but there's people dumb enough to listen to it. Okay, and it's a big number. All right, so if he can take off with his own thing, and it could sadly create way more damage than he could have done at Fox. That's my fear. Now, when it comes to Don Lemon, somebody free the pimp. Okay, all right. Listen, we always need a good house Negro. All right, bring him to BET. We need somebody to open the door when the cops come. You know what I'm saying? We need Don Lemon in our life. We always need a good house Negro. It's always good to have at least one, and we need him. So do not throw Don Lemon away yet. Yes, he got fired. Yes, he be drinking Hennessy on the job. But what nigga hasn't? You know what I'm saying? At least one time. You know, feel me? He a real house Negro. Just go ahead and grab him and put him on this side, and we just gonna keep a little box on him so he can't do too much. We just gonna control him a little bit. But every time the white folk come in and try to take it away, we just gonna throw Don Lemon at him. You know what I'm saying? And have him sweet talk the white way, and then we can get ourselves back. You know, we always need a good house Negro. So Don Lemon, look, I shed a tear. I really did. When you got fired, I said, ooh. Then I remember all the shit he said. I put it right back. Bomb. But either way, look, we can't not love our brother. Bring our brother to us. Come back, Mr. Lemon.
I don't know that he considers you a brother, calling him a house Negro. but I'm pretty sure you're on the no brother list at this point.
Come on down.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I agree with the hell. Oh, we need one house Negro. I don't think we need any house Negro.
Somebody gotta open the door when the cops come.
No.
I can't even comment on it due to my complexion, so I'm gonna keep my bright ass.
No, nobody needs to open the door when the cops. Keep the door closed when the cops come. But I just it was telling to see Don react that way, where it's just like 17 years just thrown, nobody called me, nobody. It's like, dude, this is a business. And if you've been there 17 years, you should know that this is a business because you've been privy to people coming and going. Oh, so it didn't matter when it wasn't you. It was like, but people getting their heads chopped off left and right at CNN. You wasn't. He
probably had to be the one to be as you can see, this person's not here with us today, and they've decided to part ways with the network, and he's probably had to be that dude once.
So
acting like he's surprised.
Or Chris Cuomo.
Yeah,
exactly.
I think he did though. I really think he was the person. Like when Chris got the boot, because remember that it would be Chris would go first on his night show, and then it was Don after that, and then they had to do the whole lineup switch when Chris got moved. Yeah,
damn,
and so Don was like, that's what I was saying. So Don had to be that person when that happened.
Yeah. Listen, man. Sometimes that's how it works, man. You could either be the person holding the axe or the one taking it. Like that's it, man. That's the way it goes. That's business. But it was just when I saw it, it was highly emotional. And I was just like, yo, Don, like you're good at what you do. I'm not gonna sit here and hate on Don Lemon because he is a good analyst. He does what he does. So I think that there are going to be other opportunities for him. Shit, he needs to go to Stars. Go work with 50. Go get on one of the shows, man. Like pull up, like dude, like there's a lot of opportunities.
He should be on the Breakfast Club.
Go jump
back to the hood, baby.
Yo, go jump on the Breakfast. That'd be dope.
Yeah, he could have some fun with Charlemagne. They could take turns putting their foot in each other's mouths.
Facts.
Man. I was speaking of the Breakfast Club because you just brought that up with them and reminded me of a clip I just saw with them where Envy was talking about how he saw Pete Davidson, and the first thing he did when he saw Pete Davidson, because Pete had on some gray sweatpants, was check out the man's print. And I said, what is going on here? He's like, because look. But he said he did it because the word is that they call him, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Pete. So he's like, I checked it out. I was like, well, why would you check? Like, what are we doing? And be like, this is where we're at now in our culture. Like, it's like, well, I heard. I just wanted to know. Like,
Jesus Christ.
Anyway,
streets are talking.
Yeah, it's crazy. But with the Tucker Carlson situation, I think
speaking of big dicks.
Exactly. I'm never like, feeling, I never have any sentiments or any type of feeling toward people that just tear down people. Now, what I will say is this though. Minnie, you said one thing like, that brought me to the idea of this. What if Tucker Carlson decides to just be a whistleblower and starts telling all the shit that be going on at Fox? Like that, I wonder, did they make him sign a non-disclosure, like where you can't say nothing about what goes on in the company and everything like that? He might be like, fuck it. Tucker is like an asshole, so he might just be like, yo, fuck it. You know what I mean? I'm gonna tell all of the secrets that's going on.
Best case scenario.
Yeah, that's
best case scenario.
That's what I want to see.
Yeah, he takes everybody down with him.
Like everybody's got to go with me, man. Like that's what I'm. Yeah, because he didn't seem like he was just more like, yeah, y'all are gonna pay for this. He was like, he said this was a grievous error. This is a when anytime somebody says this is a grievous error, that means it hurt me. It hurt me to the point where I might hurt you. That's what a grievous error is. Anybody say it? So just in case you ever
Jesus.
wondered if somebody's like, you just made a grievous error.
Did he
that
follow
means
that
you might need to watch your back for
Did he
about.
follow that with "You will rue the day"? That's some shit you say after you say
No.
grievous error.
Yeah, right?
Chris Cuomo's going to be his attorney, so it doesn't matter.
Nice.
They'll come back and get him.
Yeah, that's gonna
Yeah,
be
it's like
Nobody. The only news left is going to be C-SPAN. That's all we're going to have left when everybody's done.
Oh man. Now guys, like staying within the theme of the show, all good things must come to an end. We have some news, but we're not gonna let it go yet. You gotta stay tuned. You gotta stay tuned if you want that news, but it is gonna be some life-changing news. So stay tuned. But I just wanted to take a moment to just think about some of the memories we've made here on the show, guys. We've made some beautiful memories. And I was just sitting and I was thinking, I was like, we've done so many videos, we've created so much content. I just wanted to like go back through our videos and just kind of see some of the moments that like really like touched me. And then, we don't have to go through the videos, guys, but I just want you guys to like, if there was something like within like the content situation that we've been creating that kind of really stood out, one of the episodes that stood out for you or whatever, just kind of give us an idea. I'll go first because I actually have the video that just brings back so many memories. It was I'm just gonna be honest. It was one of my I had so much fun. And unfortunately, you guys weren't there. Yo, you guys, Tyrone and Minnie, you guys weren't there. But I had a blast on my own. I was like, yo, this is crazy. But for those who didn't see the episode, I just brought a clip. I just want to play a clip because this is my moment with Holly that I like really remember. And it just, man, here, let me play it for the guy. Let me play it.
oh Lord.
Just if you
So
didn't
many
see
memories.
it, let's just take a look at one of my Holly moments.
Question to you, Holly, first.
Okay, so no, this is so crazy. I had a situation. So
Let's get ready to rumble.
Come on, let's go.
yeah, so yeah, I don't do the small penis. I don't do that. And
Oh.
and no, I don't do it. And I don't care if he's the nicest. Like so there's a situation where his dad has like a small penis, and he was like, if his guy's like 90% of everything you want, but he just doesn't have the other 10%, would you leave him? I was like, sure would if his penis was small. I don't play that. Like if I'm thinking long term, if I'm really in love with you, like the sex, everything's got to be there. I'm saying you can have some shortcomings that we can work on, but I can't do it. Don't grow. So in that way, like you can't. But if we can fix credit, we can fix certain things. But listen,
Can't fix that. I don't even care if you go to Dr. Miami.
I still stand by that. So I don't.
She said she said shortcomings and it don't grow that way. And in like in a matter of like 10 seconds, I was like, damn, Holly is speaking in straight sex puns. This is amazing.
I mean, listen, it doesn't.
That was a very fun show. It was a lot of
It was.
the women were extremely candid, and I enjoyed myself. I was probably red most of the show. I stayed flushed.
You were
most of
You
the
were,
show.
I
It
think.
was extremely it was a great experience. But needless to say, I don't think hubby has a problem in that department because she's got a ring and she said yes. So let's go. Shout out to the hubby. Let's go.
Later on, when he asked, "What'd y'all talk about tonight?" You'd be like, "Well, funny you should ask. Something came up."
Yo, man, but that was just like one of those shows that I just kind of remember, and it was extremely fun. We had a lot of fun. Holly was new. Like Holly had probably been on the show probably maybe a month and a half, 2 months at that point.
Yeah, it was like real new.
It was real new. So it was like our first real, engagement where it was just like a a lot of questions, a whole show of just foolery, tomfoolery, and but it was fun.
It was.
It was extremely fun, and
Sarah
it
was
is
there.
everybody was there.
Listen.
And like I said,
Yeah.
everybody was extremely candid. And that video is still up on our YouTube, so you can go check that out. I think it was sex talk with the lady sex talk or something like that. But it was it was one of our most viewed videos, by the way. That too. Yeah, it was one of our most viewed. So obviously people liked it.
Sex in the title, I guess.
Sex in the title is all you need these days, right? Yeah, man, but there it is. There it is. And look, took the words right out of my mouth. Thank you. Thank you.
No complaints. No complaints.
No complaints. There we go. There we go. Shout out. All right. So Holly, is there anything that stood out, like as far as any of the content that we created that for you? Like any episodes that stood out for you?
Man, I would probably say I don't know. I think I just, in general, I like our crew and like the way that the conversations flow and the different perspectives. So I definitely will say like, that's the one thing I'll miss just like overall about us. Cause I feel like I like every conversation and every episode that we do. I feel like I love hearing everybody's perspective on things. And so I don't know. I have a lot of episodes because I feel like when we have special guests like Shakita, when we had, Mouse. I feel like we have I don't know. I feel like we're really good at just bringing different guests and bringing different perspectives. And so I think that's the one thing I'll miss, like not doing that every Wednesday is just like connecting with, my peoples. And we've been doing this for a year. Oh my gosh, like over a year?
Over a
Yeah.
year. Yeah, that's for like 2 years.
Over a year and some change. Yeah.
Almost 2 years.
Like August 2021 is when I think I kind of came on, and then yeah, so I have a lot of memories, a lot.
Yeah,
I'll probably say the one is like the dating show where Ty, you were in the background.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. I was not in no background. I was never. What?
Conspiracy theories.
And Tyrone was the host. Like to this day, that's like the one episode my friends always talk about, and we just crack up because we just it's just the fact that we did that was like, wow, what was going on in the pandemic that we would just put ourselves out.
yeah, that we were having fun. We definitely were having fun. Well, since you just alluded to it, we're gonna go ahead and release it and let it be known. So you might have heard Holly say what she'll miss and all of these things.
Mm-hmm.
So it hurts me to say, but in the same time, I'm very happy for Holly because I love Holly. I've made a lifelong sister and just she'll always be family. But Holly Noon will be leaving the multiverse. This is her last episode with the multiverse. She may come back as a guest. You may see her face again, but in the capacity of a host on the show, she is no longer going to be a host on the show. But we love Holly. We wish Holly the absolute best. We know she's going to be a great Mrs. Davis, excuse me. And we hope and send that great energy out there with her on her journey and wherever it leads her. Mm-hmm. And we just want to make sure she knows how much we appreciated her and all that she's brought to the show, all that she's done for the show, all that she's done for us as just a family. And that will be greatly missed, but we do appreciate you, Holly. We do definitely have that.
Oh, thank you, guys. No, it's actually it's such a bittersweet. It's like such a bittersweet. It's like you're happy when people like have great things happening in their life, but it's like sad when you have to like it's time. It's like I don't have time to do everything, and you want to give 100% to everything that you do, and so it wouldn't be fair if I can't do that for y'all. And so yeah, it's definitely bittersweet because I literally told my fiance, I said, I'm really gonna miss coming every Wednesday to talk to them before, during the show, after the show. Like, you know,
Mhm.
it's been a big part of my life with all of you for, you know, over a year and some change, you know. So
Right.
I'll definitely, it will be an adjustment when Wednesdays come and I'm not hopping on the computer to talk with y'all. So
Yes, it is. It's going to be different, but the show must go on, and we will hold it down. We will make sure that they, you know, the haters can't hate and be like they can't be great, because we will. Tyrone, I just want to go and shoot the next question to you. What stands out to you? What episode? Are there any episodes that stood out? I mean, we've been here since day one, doing it from day one. But are there any particular episodes that you was
I
like,
remember
I had a
day
lot of
one.
fun?
Yeah, no, I gotta go with the dating episode because that was just so wild, man. Like that was, we've done a lot of cool stuff, and we've had a lot of really great conversations that I'm proud of, and I feel like have helped us all grow as people. I think we've all gotten to know each other and grow together as people, and that's really, really cool. That's, I think, unusual, especially like where we are in life, just kind of in different places and different, like, geographically and you know, life wise and emotionally and mentally. It's crazy, and so it's really cool to have done that. But that dating episode was so wild, man. I mean, people were singing at people. We were getting roasted in the comments. Those dudes, I mean, y'all go back and watch that video. I think we did a pretty good job of putting the comments on the screen and stuff to, you know, because they were roasting these folks. It was hilarious. Holly,
Ty's mom.
Ty's mom was not kind. Like, yeah, she was looking out for you. It was hilarious. I mean, the fact that you even agreed to do it, I was just like, wow, Holly's really gonna you know, have a go at this, because a little behind the scenes, it was supposed to be like kind of like a me and Holly thing, and I was supposed to be, and I was just like, nope. I can't. I'll host it, but I can't do it. Yeah, so it was. I definitely was not trying to. You know, I was like, wow, I cannot open that Pandora's box. But yeah, kudos to you, Holly, because I think it ended up being you know, an all-time great episode, and it was just so damn funny.
It was, man. It was, and I so wish you would have did it, man. I would have loved to see who would have come out the woodworks with their Tyrones.
In that situation, I'm too anxious. So in that situation, I would have ended up in like a polyamorous marriage, like the week after. I would have just married all three and just been like, well, I guess we're here now.
Oh my gosh. Well, it's also very bittersweet because the news doesn't stop. We're not just losing Holly, we are also losing my day one, my co-host, my cohort, my brother. Tyrone Thornhill will no longer be a host on the Multiverse podcast as well. So we are down to the last two standing, which is me and Minnie. And Minnie, they call you tripod. So I'm gonna lean on you, brother. But this is you know, like, again, a very bittersweet thing, because Tyrone, I don't mind saying it in front of the world. I love you as a brother. I love you as a friend. You've been my day one. Like, I couldn't have done any of this without you. The whole reason we call the show Multiverse is because of you. But again, I'm very happy to, you know, see you prosper and flourish and thrive, and I will be right there cheering you on, biggest fan, and always looking back on all of the things that you brought to the show, all of the things that you taught me as an individual, the things I've been able to learn from you, and just a great appreciation for the type of individual you are, man. So I just want to put that out there and just say how much I appreciate everything you've done for the show, everything you brought to the show, everything you've done for me. You will always be family. I will always stay in your life, so show or not. But yeah, man, I don't know what else to say. I hate to lose you, but at the same time, I know what you're about to do, what you're about to go.
Yeah, no, it's and first of all, I appreciate it. I love you too. It's been awesome to be able to develop like real cool relationships with people who, you know, we without this may not have had the chance to develop those relationships. So it's really cool. Very lucky to have had this going on for the past. I mean, it's been a couple of years for us, right? I mean, this is like we're right around 2 years.
Yeah.
So it's been a little while and it's been crazy. And like you said, it's, you know, it's bittersweet because it is like how I said, has been kind of like the every Wednesday thing. And like, you know, we always enjoy the conversations. We're always cutting up, having a good time and stuff. But the good news is like the cutting up and having a good time doesn't stop.
No, it doesn't.
That's just what we do.
Yes.
But you know, I do want to add some context to it. It's actually I'm marrying Holly, so we're both.
Listen.
Yeah, it was. I wasn't gonna drop it. I wasn't gonna tell it, but we do have a strict policy here at the Multiverse.
No fraternization.
Once you start, you know, fraternizing, we gotta let you go. So, the cat's out the bag.
Yep.
You know, her last name's really Thornhill.
Did I tell you about Multiverse? Respectable company, because they didn't do as like Fox News and CNN. You know, they didn't hit us with a statement and catch us at home or anything. No, it's but what it is like it's there are some very specific things that I'm like seeing develop, and I'm like I see my goals and I'm setting them like very specifically. So it's like, all right, this is like when I start the like really like grinding and shit like that. I'm not a big grind person, but like, you know,
but when I grind,
I'm gonna be working. I'm gonna be doing stuff. Me like doing a lot of writing and shit, and like, you know, all the boring stuff that takes place, you know, to get you to the stage is what I'm gonna be focusing on, and it's gonna be interesting. The next couple of years are gonna be very interesting.
It will, and I can't wait to see. I'm gonna be right there, rooting both of you on. So. I just want to.
Sorry, I'm sorry, real quick. Just, so thank you to all of you, and also real quick shout out to Amy. Thank you, Amy, because Amy like works real hard behind the scenes and has been a huge reason why the show has looked the way it has and has worked the way it has and stuff. So I just want to make sure that Amy knows that I appreciate her.
Yeah.
So thank you, Amy, for all of it, and
Absolutely.
Thank you all.
Absolutely, and I'm sure she's probably over there. Baby, stop crying. Stop. Goodness, I gotta listen to this all night. All right, so Minnie, like I said, you're not leaving me, are you? Are you leaving me?
Shit. You keep rubbing. Jump in.
All right, breaking news. God damn it.
Breaking news. Minnie's pregnant.
So Minnie, you haven't been here as long as the others have.
I have
been
not.
here, but I hope that we're going to change that. But at the same time, what since you've been here, we've made some memories.
Yes,
what kind of stands out, if any episodes stand out, or just the experience?
Just like Holly said, there's so many, but I will say definitely the courtroom episode. I enjoyed that. The Halloween episode, I enjoyed that.
Halloween episode.
My first episode, I enjoyed that because I didn't know. It was first time on a podcast. You know, I didn't know how it was going to work out. I had just met you guys one time physically ever before that. I had never met Holly. So it was like, I was just throwing myself into a situation that I had no idea how it was going to turn out. But I was open to it. And it was, I had some things I had to learn and stuff. So it was great. I will miss the hell out of is, well, I can always count on Holly being professional. And something that I might lack. You know what I'm saying? Also, I love the episode when Holly made me feel like I didn't do shit with my life because she started pulling out her degrees and stuff. And I started realizing how much I have not done. So yeah, that's my favorite Holly episode right there. And my favorite Tyrone episode is every episode he goes off on white supremacy. That's the best Tyrone you can get. You can't get any better Tyrone than that. But
oh, that's nice.
No, seriously, like that. Your passion for F the man is very admirable. Okay, and I just, it's something that I like to keep that Tyrone energy everywhere I go when I see bullshit. So
it means
so I'm very no for real, seriously. But I honestly I will miss the multiverse as we know it. You know, whatever happens. However we make it work, we're gonna make it work. But it will never be this. Like this right here, us four on the screen, having great conversations, laughing, getting on each other's nerves, and
Hold on, Benny. Stop. Never,
Ooh.
ever say
I was gonna
never.
say I might be like, yo, you might have a
You know
little.
what I mean?
Dating
Whoa,
episode.
no,
I
I don't know what you mean. I know the word never, and I'm gonna make sure we stop that energy.
Minnie said, and
because
stay
there
out.
is no never. Like,
Ever come back to this house?
that is the great thing about family.
pay bills
That is the
on it.
great thing about family, Minnie, and that's what we're not co-workers. We're
Fact.
family. So
Fact.
family can pull up whenever family wants to pull up. If family chooses to pull up,
That's a fact.
how that's it. It's never going to be. So that never, you
Let me
may not see this
rephrase.
consistently.
Let
But
me
you,
rephrase.
yes, Holly Noon
I-
and Tyrone Thornhill are always have an open door policy here at
That's a fact.
the Multiverse.
I'm keeping my key.
Yeah,
Just
exactly.
walking in
Yeah.
whenever.
I ain't
Exactly.
changing the locks neither.
Exactly. Plus they're variants. So you never know.
Fact.
We are the multiverse, so we might get Batgirl pulling up on a Halloween show. We might get the
Never know.
Invisible Man. You never know.
Yeah.
So
You
that's
just
what I'm
never know.
saying. Like that's what I'm saying. So this isn't goodbye. This is just see you later. That's
Fact.
all. That's all it is. So I'm not. That's why I said I'm not. It's bittersweet because I know my peoples are going off to venture into the sunset alone. And I'm just like I'm like that protective big brother. Like I can't see you. I can't see you anymore. But I'm very proud. I have that proud. I'm proud to know these people. I'm proud to say that. Listen, look at my sis. Look at my bro. Like they out here doing it. Like I will be right there doing like that's me. I'm gonna big them up and always big them up. So this is just a different setting. Is going to be a different avenue that we got to take. We going different paths right now, and that's cool. And we gonna figure this shit out. We gonna make it work. And again, we still got our family to support us and all of that kind of stuff. So, to all of the people who are huge fans of Holly and Tyrone Thornhill, still remain big fans and huge fans of Holly Noon and Tyrone Thornhill. Their success does not stop, begin, or end in the multiverse. So please go. Like if you support them here, support them everywhere. Make sure you do that. Keep bigging them up. Keep supporting. Keep following them. If they have different ventures, please go and support them because guess what? I'll be there. So I see you there. So listen. This has been an extremely emotional, draining show for me. I'm serious. Like I'm borderline about to cry. So we gonna end it and just say, this is my family, the multiverse. We out. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna do it like that. How about that? You know what I'm saying? Until next week, y'all. We out of here.